Hello everyone, my name is John Langgren and I am CIO at Dulob Innovation, a Swedish limited company. We are very pleased to have the opportunity to join this event. And I would like to say some words about Bengt Ovelius. He is one of the inventors in Dulob Innovations. Bengt has for a long time been concerned about the global warming situation. He has spent a lot of time finding realistic solutions that can reduce harmful emissions and be implemented with a widespread. He has come to the conclusion that new thinking and concrete solutions are needed that can be implemented in the near future. Together with some well-established technicals, he and his colleagues at Dulob Innovations have developed and verified a solution, not only to reduce harmful emissions, but also to reverse these emissions. It is this patent solution that Bengt would like to present to you here today.
We are developing a new thermodynamic cycle. By splitting the period diagram into two, we can reach diesel efficiency at only 10% of the normal peak pressure and at much lower temperature. This solves the NOx problem that caused the dieselgate scandal. Is the combustion engine really dead? It depends totally on the larger picture and on the following facts. These United Kingdom professors describe that the world is on an unsurvivable path with IPCC RCP 8.5. IPCC requires science fiction for every survivable path. Please take a look at this video. Conclusion is, we need new inventions that the world has never seen to separate methane, carbon dioxide and water from air. The same technology can make deserts green, bind carbon dioxide, produce food, and deliver the fuel we need. Assuming climate sensitivity 6, it is a mathematical fact that 50 gigatons of carbon dioxide needs to be removed from the atmosphere per year, start 2025. Otherwise, the Paris Agreement is violated. An interesting alternative is to start removing 0.5 gigaton methane per year. Methane is 120 times more powerful as greenhouse gas. This amount happens to be the leakage of methane to the atmosphere. This leakage alone has enough energy to replace all nuclear and coal plants in the European Union and to deliver fuel for cars and aviation. This technology will repair the atmosphere faster than any other method so far, and it is affordable, even profitable. The leakage of methane will increase sharply under global warming. The ability to remove methane is a condition for survival. It also helps protect from possible and catastrophic methane release from Arctic in the near future. It is enough with 1% atmospheric methane mixed into fossil fuel to make that fuel climate neutral. That makes the transition to a new reality comfortable. This fuel will give every combustion engine the superpower to outperform every other technology, even solar cells and wind power. We can invent the future we want. We call to consider a historic cooperation between governments, companies and people for one single purpose: to separate gas molecules, cheap and efficient, probably with nanotechnology. There are several technologies in sight. This must start now and be in full operation 2025. Every developer of combustion engines depend on this technology. We too. We would like to see companies and governments cooperate towards this goal. We can indeed invent the future we want. My name is Bengt Ovelius, founder and technical director of Dulob Innovations in Sweden. This is the way it started. During a travel in the European Union, we were surprised by the number of trucks with idle engine to keep the cargo cold or the driver's cabin warm. There is obviously an urgent need for a device that could deliver heat and electricity. Together we have long experience in thermodynamics and computer calculations. The solution that we found gave diesel efficiencies at only 10% of the normal diesel peak pressure. A new thermodynamic cycle was born. There are many other applications for this engine. One could be range extenders for electric cars. The most interesting market is probably combined heat and power. This market might even exceed the automotive market. One CHP unit in every house can replace oil and coal with natural gas and biogas. Entire countries can reduce the fossil fuel consumption intended for heat and electricity by 50% and make heat and electricity cheaper for the customers. At the same time, carbon dioxide emissions can be reduced by up to 80%. This makes a revolution possible. By increasing the amount of biogas and atmospheric methane, countries can become climate neutral faster than with any other method. Outstanding advantages when centralized power production becomes decentralized. This calculator proves the advantages by calculating a house that consumes 5,400 kilowatt hours electric power from a coal-fired power plant from 2.2 tons of coal. And in addition to that, 3 cubic meters of oil to heat a house. All this causes almost 15 tons of carbon dioxide per year. The same house, driven by a Dulob combined heat and power, some solar cells, and an air-water heat pump, consumes 1 ton of natural gas per year and emits 3 tons of carbon dioxide. This is a carbon dioxide reduction of 80%. In both cases, you get 5,400 kilowatt hours of electric power and 27,000 kilowatt hours for heating and warm water. The amount of fossil fuel has gone down from 4.3 tons to 1 ton of natural gas. If just 1% of atmospheric methane or biomethane is added, this house becomes totally climate neutral. This offers a comfortable transition to a climate neutral world. If big power plants are divided into thousands of small units and are placed in the basement of each house, then the heat loss from the electric generation can heat a house and make warm water. In this way, entire countries can make use of the 2/3 of the energy that has been lost so far in big power plants. Energy experts of governments expect the COP technology to be a cornerstone in buildings of tomorrow. In Germany, COP is called Nanoblockheidskraftwerk, and the process is called Kraftvärmekopplung. The German government, Bundesregierung, has a special website to strongly support this technology. The market is huge. As soon as there are units available with high lifespan, high efficiency, and a competitive price. The present units on the market have obviously not met these criteria so far. Dulob intends to change this situation. There is a risk of collapse of the grid in the near future in many countries. One CHP in every basement will help the situation. Millions of house owners can sell the electricity to the grid that electric cars need. Another underestimated risk factor is solar storms. Scientists who study the sun say there is a 12% chance that a solar event could hit in any given decade. That is a very high risk for an event that can destroy the electrical infrastructure in entire continents. One generator in each house is the solution. It is possible to obtain a small or a big engine just by changing the valve timing. It is also possible to change compression ratio and efficiency just by changing valve movements. This is not possible with Otto or diesel engines. A world market is opening up. The world seeks solutions to handle climate change. For that reason, the energy solution Dulob has developed represent an enormous business opportunity. The potential in larger European countries can be 20 million units for each country. The potential in areas with billion population should be tenfold higher. All this also fits well with the new global strategy in the oil industry to put priority on natural gas and liquid natural gas. The same equipment and infrastructure can be used for many decades into the future, all the way until the entire climate crisis is solved. Dulob is looking for a company with large manufacturing and sales resources to take over the project and get it to the market as soon as possible. A Dulob combined heat and power that works with normal fossil natural gas can reduce the carbon dioxide by 80% and make energy cheaper for each house. If biogas is used, it is possible to be climate neutral or drive greenhouse gases slightly backwards. The German government confirms this way of thinking and calculating. If, in the near future, a huge cooperation takes place between governments and companies to drive gas separation technology to perfection and deploy 1 million units or 1 billion units worldwide, then we have a fuel that will reverse greenhouse gases with a stunning speed. The Dulob CHP units, one in every house, will help forcing greenhouse effect backwards by decades. Can anyone suggest a method that is more powerful? Our goal is to give the Dulob CHP all the advantages that can be expected from the combustion engine for the next century. Low peak pressure and temperature, no NOx and particles. The dieselgate problems are solved. Due to low temperatures, the engine can be built with innovative materials. This allows operation with aggressive gases from, for example, landfill areas. Low manufacturing costs, easy to repair, also in remote third world areas. Rugged, reliable design, extremely long lifespan.
We have now reached the goal that our limited resources allow. We are now searching for a large company that can take our results to the next level and to transfer the project into a commercial large-scale product. Thank you.